Okay, we're here today to talk about if you've run into some errors related to gaps in meter entries or overlaps in meter entries. Right now, I am on the data quality checker page for my property. I have run the data quality checker for December 31st, 2021. You will always run the checker for December 31st of the year of data you're reporting. So as of this recording, we're reporting for 2021. So that's what I've selected and run the checker. You'll see I have two errors here, meters with gaps in meter entries and meters with overlaps in meter entries. And when I expand these, it tells me that for my natural gas meter, I'm missing data for 5.6 through 6.5. And here you'll see that I have overlapping data for 11.5 through 11.7. So I'm just going to click on the meter that I have an issue with. You'll see that it already tells me even on my meter entry page that these errors exist. And I'm just going to close this basic meter information and open the monthly entries. And right now you always want to be showing all years that's in this display year so that you can see all of the data. And it'll even mark with this little warning in the spots where I have an issue. So let's start with the overlapping data because that's a little bit of an easier fix. So we're going to scroll down here where I have an overlap of 2 days. It's very important that you can't have any overlaps or gaps in your data for it to properly send us our info. It also just means that you've probably put it in wrong because we are always using the utilities, or if we have a zero amount that still has to go in, you can't just leave a gap. You need to put in the dates where zero usage occurred. So you'll see here that I have an end date of 11/6 and a start date of 11/5. So these need to be the same date, and make sure to go check your um, utilities to get the right amount. But I know from my utility that the read date was 11/5 for this meter. And so I click that and I hit save bills. Now that the 11/5 and the 11/5 match. And so now when I open my monthly entries, I've gotten rid of that issue. And now I still have an issue with a gap of 30 days, and I must have by accident just deleted that entry or forgotten to add it. And so you can just hit, you don't need to retype all of these at the bottom. You can just hit add another entry, and I'm going to put it for 5/5/2021 through 6/5/2021 and put in the amount from my utility and hit save bills. And now I have no errors showing up in this meter page. And if I go back and run my data quality checker, December 31st, 2021, and I run the checker, those two errors that were up before are now solved. If the error that you had was not solved by taking these steps, just make sure to get in touch with the current sustainability associate for the city for which you're reporting.